Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome and thank you for joining us today. My name is Preeti Sharma and I am a certified trainer of PTE Academic at Right Directions. Today, we will explore PTE Academic Writing section and we will cover everything that you need to know to excel in this section. You can find our previous recorded sessions of speaking, reading and listening on our Facebook page. Well, writing is the part 2 of PTE Academic and you will get 2 different question types. So today, I will present the section formats, discuss the tasks and give advice for test takers. I will give some strategies on what skills this task requires from test takers. In PT, the writing module is given on the computer itself. So, this helps the test taker in presenting the content in a neat and effective manner, even if it does not have the good handwriting. So, there are 2 tasks in PT writing that are summarize written text and your essay writing. So, how many questions that you can get in your exam? Well, there are 3 possible combinations that you may get on your test day. The first is, maybe you will get 2 summaries or 1 essay. Maybe you can get 3 summaries plus 1 essay. And the least, we can say the least chances of getting the last combination, that is your 2 summaries and 2 essay, because generally you will get only 1 essay. So this combination has the least chances of coming in the exam. Now I will discuss first what is basically the essay writing in PT Academic. So I will tell you few facts about essay writing. First of all, that you will get 1 or 2 questions in your exam, and the essay length will be between 200 to 300 words, and you will get 20 minutes for each essay, and it is of 15 marks. So yes, if you get 1 essay, it is of 15 marks. So 15 marks for per essay you will get, and of course 20 minutes for writing for each essay. So let's talk about the scoring, like how 15 marks are divided. Like, if you write about the question prompt, you will get score on the basis of content. Like, for scoring in content, you have to write about the question prompt and it is of 3 marks. Next is your development, structure and coherence. That the content which you are writing should have good structure and coherence. So yes, it is of 2 marks. Next is your formal writing. You have to write formal words. Okay, so for that also you will get 2 marks. Next is your general linguistic range. It means you have to write between 200 to 300 words with proper usage of grammar, your vocabulary, and last but not the least, your spellings. So yes, in the end you have to proofread it that there should be no spelling mistake. So that's how 15 marks are divided. Now, if you don't write on the topic, you will get 0, directly 0, okay? If you write all in capital letters, suppose अगर आप सारा text capital letters में लिखोगे, again you will get 0. And if you don't write anything, then also you will get 0. So make sure you should write about the topic, but not in all capital letters. Now, what are the essay types that you may get in your exam? Well, there are two kinds. That is argumentative and persuasive. If I talk about argumentative, it means you have to write only for one side. Well, you have to respond a question. Suppose if I talk about argumentative type, maybe you will get agree or disagree. So you have to write only with a particular point of view. Either you have to agree, either you have to disagree, because in PT partially agree is not allowed. Next, if you get persuasive type, you have to write for both things, like suppose advantages and disadvantages, maybe problem and solution, opinion and solution. So you can get these kind of essays also. Okay, so let's talk about like what kind of screen that you may get on your exam day, what kind of question that you may get on your exam day. So today I will discuss the second type, that is advantages and disadvantages. In the previous session I discussed agree or disagree, so you can find our recorded sessions on our Facebook page. So in exam you can get this kind of screen. Okay, so this is the instruction that is given to you, like you can read it. You will have 20 minutes to plan, write and revise an essay. You will get a topic below and your response will be judged on the basis of your ideas, your supporting details, and you should write between 200 to 300 words. And you will get 20 minutes to write an essay. So first of all, I will give some basic strategies like how to write an essay. First of all, you have to look at the topic and identify the type of essay. Like, as you can see the statement, in underdeveloped countries, tourism has disadvantages and can be said the opposite as well. So it means this type is advantage and disadvantage. So yes, afterwards you have to start typing your format according to the type of essay. So in no case the format should take more than 5 minutes to type. Next, you have to organize your ideas. So yes, you have to consume your next 10 minutes in writing the main points of the essay. And keep the last 5 minutes for your proofreading to check your grammar, your spelling error, content and coherence. And as you can see, there are 3 options. So editing the paragraphs and sentences is made convenient due to 3 options, like your cut, copy and paste. So you can use these options while constructing your summaries as well as essay. And the word count helps the test taker in aligning his essay and keeping within the word limit. So let's talk about how to write an advantage and disadvantage essay. Well, as you see as you can see the sample question on the screen. So how to write advantage and disadvantage essay. You have to write on the both sides. Okay, you have to tell both sides of the essay, as the statement asks for writing on both sides by mentioning and in the topic. Like, tourism has disadvantages and can to said be have the opposite as well. So you have to mention both the things. Yes, so you have to mention clearly in the introduction, like the first paragraph of your essay, that you are going to write for both advantages as well as disadvantages in the upcoming paragraphs. So you can mention terms like proponents and opponents. Next is your body para 1. You have to start with mentioning the bullet point. Bullet point means main point and the point of view you are supporting with. And give at least 3 points in body para 1. It means you have to mention 3 advantages in body para 1. Next part is your body para 2. Body para 2 should provide the opposing points. It means if you have written advantages in body para 1, you have to write disadvantages in body para 2. And give only 2 points in body para 2. Last, while writing your conclusion, you have to write precisely on both sides of the essay by mentioning benefits and drawbacks of the topic. So let's start with your introduction part. First of all, you can write a short and simple sentence or a straightforward sentence that is little bit deeper. You have to give some background details. Okay, while writing your introduction, you have to give some background details. You have to review the question prompt. Like, you have to tell on which side you are writing for, and either in case of agree or disagree, and in advantage and disadvantage you have to write for both things. So you have to mention both the things, like tourism bring obvious benefits, but we can say it also has some disadvantages. So this is how you have to write your introduction. So you have to tell the reader your argument, okay, while writing your essay. Next is your body para 1. Well, what you have to do here, you have to introduce the main idea of your paragraph. Give additional information and conclude the paragraph. So this is how you will write your body para 2. So you can mention your main ideas, you can introduce your main points of your paragraph, and you can give additional information also. Okay, let's talk about body para 2. In body para 2, you have to summarize your 2 main points, and you can end up with a strong statement. And if you want to give an example, it is optional, you can. Okay, so this is how you will write your body para 2. So the last part, that is your conclusion. In conclusion, you have to rephrase the topic, and no point should be given in it. So you have to rephrase here, like you have to rephrase the topic, and you have to write precisely on both sides of the essay by mentioning your benefits and drawbacks of the topic. So after writing it, it looks like this. Well, there are 3 things that you need to understand, that you need to remember that while after writing it, do not, first of all, do not use slangs in the essay. You should avoid short forms. Like if suppose you have written etc, it means etc, but you have to write the complete spelling. You can't write short forms. You can't use slangs in the PT, as in PT writing slangs are not allowed, so you should avoid short forms. And you have to press double space after your introduction, your body para 1 and body para 2. And there should be no new points given in the conclusion as well as introduction of your essay, because here you need to tell only the question prompt. You have to only tell what you are going to write for. That's it. So that's how you will do your essay writing. Okay, so the next task that we are going to discuss today is your summarize written text. As the name suggests, you have to summarize the text which is written on the screen. Now what do you have to do here? Like, you have to read up to 300 words of text, and then you have to summarize the text into single sentence. Now, what is the central sentence? Like, what is the sentence that captures the main idea? Well, that you have to do in 10 minutes. Now that seems a long time to write, but it's a hard task, quite a hard task. Now I will tell you what basically the task is all about. Well, here you need to paraphrase the sentences which is being mentioned on the screen. And how you will score it? Like, well, it is of 7 marks, so it is divided into 4 parts. The first one is your content. You will get 2 for content. Like, did you understand the text? Did you capture the main idea or supporting points? Second is your length or form. It means that should be between 5 to 75 words and in a single sentence. For that, you will get 1 mark. Next is your grammar. Yes, you should use appropriate grammar while constructing your summary. And last is your vocabulary. Again, you will get 2 for vocabulary. So you should use words that make sense. And you can also choose academic vocabulary while writing your summaries. So here you will be judged on 2 skills. This task is an integrated task. So here you will be judged on 2 skills. First of all, you will read a text. Afterwards, you have to make summary. So you will be judged on reading as well as writing. Now, how to get top score in content? Well, you should write down the main points and any key sub-point. Like, you have to read the text, you have to check it out, what are the main points, what is the main idea of the passage, and your supporting points. For form or length, you should write between 5 to 75 words. And it should be in single sentence. Next is your vocabulary. Well, you should use academic vocabulary and your word choices should be precise, and you can also use synonyms where it is possible. The next thing is your grammar. Well, make sure that you have written a grammatical sentence. And also make sure that you do not write 2 sentences, because in this task you need to write only a single sentence. It means you can only use one full stop, and that full stop should be placed at the end of the summary. So for punctuation, make sure that you start with the capital letter and end with full stop, because only that will count a single sentence now. So you have to write a capital letter in the starting and end with a full stop. So as you will get 10 minutes for this task. So yes, how you can divide your 10 minutes? Like, you can read in 2 minutes. You have to read it, you have to check it out, what is the central sentence which captures all the information, and afterwards you can take 7 minutes in writing, in constructing your summary, and keep your last 1 minute for editing or proofreading. So now I'll sum up this thing. Like, you have to read the text in 2 minutes. This is your step 1. And in step 2, you have to write down the keywords. So you should ignore explanatory details. You can note down the keywords, you can note down the phrases, okay, while writing it. Okay, so what are the keywords? Basically, what it includes? Well, you can use those things, those like nouns. You can use verbs, and you can also write descriptions, that is adjectives. So these are the keywords that you can use while constructing your summary. Okay, now I will tell you what are basically the reading tips while reading, because you will take 2 minutes to read. How you can do that thing? Like, find the main idea of the whole text. You have to find the main idea of the whole text, and maybe 1, 2 or 3 your important sub ideas. Second option is this, that you can find the main idea of each paragraph. Like, because in exam, in the summarized written text, you will get different paragraphs. So you can do one thing, you can find the main idea from each paragraph also. And for writing it, you can play with the sentences, you can move the parts around, you can paraphrase it, you can make it complex, which, that, who, whom. So you can use these words according to in accordance with the passage for making a meaningful sentence. And you should aim for 40 to 50 words while writing your summary. Okay, so now I will tell you what are the final tips. Well, you should use single words or maybe short phrases from the text. Okay, and you can use synonyms after writing it. You can change, you can paraphrase where it is possible. But the thing is this, do not push 2 sentences together, because in this you have to write it in a single sentence. So yes, you can use different sentences. You can put commas or semicolon or connectors while connecting 2 sentences. Okay, but don't push 2 sentences together. Okay, now I will tell you what are the don'ts of summarized written text. Well, that are, do not include your own ideas. अपने ideas नहीं घुसाने हैं उसके अंदर. You have to do from जो भी source आपके सामने है, that is your question. Okay, do not steal whole phrases. Yes, सारे के सारे ये नहीं है कि आपने just line उठाई और लिख दी, just copy paste. No, you can't do this. You can borrow words, that is okay, but you can't steal whole phrases. Okay, do not refer to the passage. Well, refer नहीं करना है, like the text says, the text talk about. No, you can't use these phrases. Okay, you can't refer to the passage. And yes, of course, do not include too many details. You can't explain it precisely. Just use simple short phrases while constructing your summary. And do not use grammar or vocabulary where you are not comfortable with. So don't do that, otherwise you will lose your grammar and vocabulary marks, because it is a 4 marks in case of summarized written text. So it is very important. Okay, now I will tell you what kind of question you may get in your exam. Like, you will get this kind of passage. You have to read the passage below and you have to summarize it by using one single sentence. This text is up to 300 words, so you can type your response in the box at the bottom of the screen, as you can see on the screen, and you have 10 minutes to finish this task, and your response will be judged on the quality of your writing and how well your response presents the key points in the passage. Anyways, we need a method to do it. So the name of the game is to summarize all the writing into single sentence that captures the main idea or any important sub idea. So as you can see on the screen, this passage is all about education, quality or equity of Australia. So yes, what I can do, I can write that sub point or your main idea, central idea. So yes, I can write that point in the box, and along with that I will pick those sub points which are related to quality and equity of education. And after writing the summary, I can make changes according to the need of grammar and sentence formation. So how you will do the changes? Like, you can do one thing. You can use words like it, which, that, who, whom, this, these for making a meaningful sentence. So what you can do here, you can pick different phrases from each paragraph and you can connect with the connectors or comma or semicolon, and you should write within 40 to 50 words, and make sure that first letters should be always be capital, and in the end you have to place full stop so that it will be counted as a single sentence. So that's how you will do your summaries. So you will get 2 summaries or 3 summaries in your exam, and afterwards you will get an essay or maybe 2 essays. So it is of 7 marks and it is very important. So guys, you must follow these tips while constructing your summary or while doing your essay writings. So that's all for today's session. I hope you enjoyed a lot. So you can follow us at www.rightdirectionsoverseas.com, and for more information you can join our free classes also, and you can also call on our helpline numbers. So thanks for watching. Have a nice day.